Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant, and in today's video, pag-usapan naman natin yung quarterly percentage tax ng isang Lazada seller. So if you are a Lazada seller, itong video is for you. So again, yung key sa pag-compute ng ating percentage tax is getting your net sales, and then from the net sales, you just have to multiply it ng 3%, and yung product niyan, that would give us your percentage tax due for the quarter. So again, this is for the second quarter. So the months involved sa ating second quarter is April, May, and June. So if you are a Lazada seller, kailangan nyo lang i-generate itong income statement. Papakita ko yung sample ng isang income statement. So you can generate this monthly itong my income statement ninyo. So from here, income statement, April, May, and June. From there, gagawa tayo ng kanyang summary using Excel or any worksheet na inyong ginagamit. So let's have this example na for the month of April. Ayan. So again, yung key ng net sales is kailangan yung i-determine yung gross sales, ililess nyo yung sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So yung key dito is yung mga vouchers na kayo yung gumawa, nag-generate kayo ng vouchers. For example, yung mga flexi combo, yung mga ganon, or yung mga voucher sellers, yung sellers mismo yung nag-generate ng voucher na yun yung mga pwede nating i-deduct sa ating gross sales to come up with the net sales. And of course, pag may mga sales returns, ayan, yung mga sinaoli ng mga products, yan ay i-deduct din natin sa ating gross sales. So ito, for the month of April, ayan, we have a net sales of 24,550. So i-open niyo, i-open ko yung ating April so that you will see kung saan mo kinuha yung mga figures. So more or less, dito lang kayo titingin sa sales and sa marketing fees if ever may mga vouchers kayo mismo yung nag-generate. So dito for the month of April, so kita nyo dito, this is from April 1 to April 30. Ayan, April 1 to April 30. So yung ating gross sales, ito yung item. This one is the item price credit, the 25,550. So ito yung ating gross sales. So pwede nyo i-summarize yan. Yan, nilagay ko dito. For the month of April, yung gross sales natin is 25,550. And may sales returns tayo and allowances of 1,000. So saan nyo ba kinuha yan? You can see it here. Ito, reversal item price. So pag reversal item price, ibig sabihin ito yung mga products na sinaole or yung may mga problem or defects sa ating items na sinaole ng ating buyers. So that would form part of your sales return. So ito 1,000. So ayan, 25,550 less 1,000, that would give us yung net sales na 24,550. So ganun lang yung kadali, di ba? Very easy lang or very simple or very straightforward lang yung pag-compute. Yung net sales na talaga yung kailangan natin to come up with the percentage tax. So sa marketing fee naman, so wala ditong mga vouchers, sellers vouchers na nakalagay. So zero lang yung ating mga sales discounts. So punta naman tayo sa month of May. Ayan, so this is again May 1 to May 31. So yung ating item price credit, that would be your gross sales. And then check natin if may mga vouchers. So dito wala ding mga sellers voucher na nakalagay sa marketing fees. So we'll just leave it walang sales discounts. So for the month of May, so gross sales lang, we only have gross sales. Ito 14,214. So we'll go back to our summary. Ayan, May is 14,214. Wala tayong sales returns, allowances, wala din tayong sellers vouchers or discounts. So yung net sales natin is just the gross sales, 14,214. So ganun lang kasimple. So let's proceed to the month of June. So kita nyo dito, may gross sales, may sales returns tayo, and may sellers vouchers din tayo. So let's take a look dun sa ating income statement. Ayan, so this is the income statement for the month of June. So dito sa sales, may nakita kayo dito na item price credit. That would be your gross sales. So, i-input nyo lang dito sa inyong Excel or inyong ano yung gamit nyo na spreadsheet. Ayan. So, gross sales natin is 9,100. And itong reversal item price, again, this would form part of your sales returns. So, 510. And then, may voucher tayo, seller's voucher. So, makikita nyo yan dito sa marketing fees. Itong promotional charges, vouchers, or yung nabanggit natin kanina, if may mga flexi combo kayo, nakalagay dyan, na kayo yung nag-generate. So, makita nyo yan dito. So, this, yung ating seller's voucher is 88. So, ilalagay natin dito, 88. Dito sa seller's vouchers or discounts. So that would give us ito dito sa for the month of June. Gross sales, 9,100 less natin yung sales returns, 510. And may seller's discounts na 88. So that would give us itong net sales na 8,502. So i-add natin yung mga net sales natin for April, May, and June. So that would give us the total net sales of 47,266. So ito na yung sa second quarter natin. Again, for the second quarter lang yung kailangan natin na data for our 2551Q na second quarter. So hindi nyo isasali yung January, February, and March. So April, May, and June lang yung kailangan natin. So for the second quarter, ito yung net sales natin, and multiplied by 3%, that would give us itong tax due na 1,417.98. So ayan, so ganun lang kadali sa ang pag-compute ng ating percentage tax. And from here, madali na lang to i-transfer dun sa 2551Q na form for the second quarter. So you can open your EBIR form ninyo, yung offline, and then isasubmit nyo lang yun doon. Kailangan nyo i-fill out yung form. So let's open our EBIR form so that makita nyo kung gaano ba kadali and kabilis ang mag-submit online ng inyong 2551Q for our Lazada sellers. So ito, open na natin yung ating EBIR form, and ganun din, you just enter your TIN number as indicated doon sa inyong COR, and then fill out nyo lang to mga kailangan dito, RDO code, line of business, and if you were able to fill out na before, pre-filled na yung mga data na na-input nyo dati. So ito, na pre-filled na yung mga data natin dito or information. So let's proceed sa list of BIR forms. So yung isa-select natin dito is 2551Q. Ito, 2551Q version 2018 or the quarterly percentage tax return. So click nyo and then click nyo itong fill up na button and then okay nyo lang. Hintayin natin mag-load. So once nag-load na, nandito na tayo sa ating 2551Q quarterly percentage tax return using itong yung EBIR form natin. So again, we are filing for the second quarter. So for the year ended, again, we are using calendar. Sa mga individual taxpayers, calendar yan. Hindi yan fiscal. So ayan, for the year ended 2025 and then the quarter is second. And amended return, click nyo no if this is the first time you are filing for the second quarter. Number of sheets, you can just put it there 0. And check nyo lang ulit yung mga details na kailangan dito. Yung TIN number, naka-encode na, RDO code, the taxpayer's name, the registered address, contact number, the email address, and let's proceed na sa number 12. Are you availing of tax relief under special law? So that is no in most cases. And 12A, so you just leave it blank because no yung in-answer natin sa 12. And then for number 13 naman, so this is, for the first time, if ever, for this year, ito yung first time yung mag-file ng inyong 2551Q. So may option kayo dito if whether you will be availing itong graduated income tax rate or itong 8%. So again, if nag-8% kayo, yung quarterly percentage tax nyo will be 0 na. And if ever, nung first quarter is nag-select na kayo, yun na yung option ninyo for the entire year. So, hindi nyo na pwedeng palitan yon. So, in our example, ito, second quarter na ito. And then, nung last quarter, yung pinili natin is graduated income tax rate. So, for this quarter, we can leave it blank na because pumili na tayo niyan on our first quarter. So, again, yung mga figures dito, total tax due is 0 dahil hindi pa natin na-input doon sa page 2. So let's proceed sa page 2. Ayan. So yung ATC natin, again, yung pipili natin is the PT010. Yung nasa taas, hindi to sa baba because ibang PT to, PT010. So ito, PT010, ito yung mga applicable sa mga non-VAT who are required to pay itong quarterly percentage tax return. I mean, to fill out this return and to pay the quarterly percentage tax. So yung taxable amount, again, balikan nyo ang inyong yung Excel natin or yung worksheet natin. So, ito na yung total taxable natin, yung total net sales natin for April, May, and June. That is 47,266. So, ito yung figure na ilalagay natin doon sa taxable income. 47,266. So, that would give us itong tax due na 1,417.98. Check natin if tama ba yung ating na-compute sa ating Excel. So, if titignan ninyo, tama yung ating computation, 1,417.98. So, at least, confident tayo na tama yung ating ginawa na percentage tax computation. So, balik tayo sa ating 2551Q. So, balik tayo sa page 1. And if titignan ninyo, may mga figures na nakalagay dito. Total tax due, again, is 1,417.98. And yung na-discuss natin in our previous video, yung creditable percentage tax withheld, 2307, zero lang to unless yung government or mga GOCC yung inyong client na nag-withhold ng percentage tax. So magkaiba yung percentage tax na withholding and yung expanded na withholding, which is yun yung mga common na natatanggap natin like from Lazada, yan, Shopee, TikTok. If ever nag-withhold sila ng income payment sa atin, yung 2307 na yun, ginagamit yun sa ating quarterly income tax return or sa ating income tax return lang nyo lang pwedeng gamitin yon. So in most cases, etong number 15 is just zero. So number 16, ayan, hindi naman to amended return. So naka-zero yan. And then 17, other tax credit or payment. So zero again. So total tax credit payments, total tax credits payments is zero. And yung ating still payable is 1,417.98. And then ayan, wala tayong penalties or surcharge interest compromise. So if ever late kayo, yung deadline nito is still July 25 naman. And if after na kayo nun, kailangan nyo talaga pumunta sa inyong RDO so that makukumputan kayo na itong penalty. So I highly suggest and encourage everyone to file and pay on time or before kahit July 25, di ba? As early as now, as early as July 1, pwede nyo nang, actually, pwede na kayo mag-submit ng inyong quarterly percentage tax return. So, ito, let's proceed. Total penalty, 0. So, total amount payable is 1,417.98. So, ayan. I think we are done with the form na. So, i-click nyo lang itong validate. Ayan, kita nyo, validation successful. I-okay ninyo, save. And then, of course, i-print ninyo so that you will have your own PDF copy or soft copy ng inyong final na 2551Q. So after that, ito yung more or less yung final step natin is you have to submit it and i-click nyo lang tong okay. And then if mag-error, if ever mag-error yan, kailangan yung i-try again, i-submit niyo until such time na mag-indicate na yan na successfully you were able to submit your 2551Q and then mag-i-email yan ng tax return receipt confirmation naman. And from there, after that, you can pay online using MyEG and Maya. So may video din tayo. I-check nyo lang sa ating description box kung paano kayo makapagbayad using MyEG and Maya. So again, yun ang ating video for today. I just showed you sa mga ating Lazada dyan, Lazada seller. So ganun lang yung ating computation. So again, yung key lang dito is finding your net sales na figure. So that would be your gross sales, less sales returns, allowances, and discounts to get the net sales multiplied by 3%. That is your quarterly percentage tax due. So again, my name is Peter. If may mga tanong kayo, just comment down below. And of course, yung ating website, pinoyaccountant.com. You can visit our website. So may mga online courses tayo dyan. Upcoming mga future online courses, yan, gagawin ko yan. And of course, may donate tayo doon na tab or page. So if ever you would like to help our channel, our website, so you can donate there. Scan nyo lang yung QR code and then you can email me so that ma-acknowledge ko kayo, and if ever may mga messages kayo, you can email it to me so that ilalagay ko yun dun sa ating donate na page. So again, thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you again in our next video.